Welcome back to my channel. This is Aga from my windy garden in Chichester, West Sussex, England. To all of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you to all of those who subscribed recently, much appreciated. Last video was about the allotment. Unfortunately, because of the volume of rain that we've been having, it is impossible, it has become impossible to do any more work, at least on my plot, because of the water that sits on the ground. The ground there is clay-based, so when there is a lot of rain, there isn't much plants at the allotment site at all, because it's a completely new allotment site, so there isn't anything growing there yet, so the absorption of rainwater is quite poor at the moment, but let's give it time. So in the meantime, we are back in my garden, and today is another day of trying to tackle the raspberry roots. It's a bit of a nightmare, but it has to be done. I have to do it. I have to just get it done. It will take me a while. This is yet another day and another attempt of doing it. I have to do it gradually because the situation with the roots is a bit overwhelming. It will take me a longer time to get rid of it, but I have to do it methodically, fraction by fraction. I have so far cleared the very beginning of the right side of my border of the raised bed here, and managed to get out the roots from underneath the bed. So I needed to cut out the membrane, sadly, but it has to be done because it turned out that the roots were spreading all over. You can actually see a little bit still in here that came out. Maybe it came out due to the rain. It kind of emerged from underground. And then on another day, I started digging through this area here, and this wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as there, because this is way closer to where the raspberries were planted originally, which is in that little space between the fence and the raised bed. For those of you who haven't seen the previous videos, that's where I had my raspberries planted. Basically, 5 bare root canes were planted in this space, and silly me not knowing what the raspberries intent was, and it was to invade my whole garden. It started spreading in my raised bed. So I have removed the raspberries. The raspberries are now at the allotment. And what I have to do here is to dig through this raised bed and remove the roots so that the raspberries will not be popping up from underneath. So today I am going to try and tackle the next part of the ground in here. So if you want to see me struggle with that, just carry on watching. Also, just to explain what has transpired in here, why does it look the way it does? I have very limited space in the garden, and because of the fact that I have to move the soil from one place to another to basically uncover the roots of the raspberries, I have to figure out how to move the soil, where to move it. So I moved this bit on top of that side here. That's why it's kind of a mountain of soil in here. And because right now I'm kind of stuck with what to do now, I think I am going to cover this part. Hang on. I think I'm going to cover this part, which I haven't dug through just yet, this area. I am going to cover with some protective something. I'll find something to cover that soil, and I'm going to be moving this part here now over here. And the reason why I want to cover this part is so that eventually, when I will go through this ground, it's not going to mix, if it makes sense. It does make sense in my head. So yeah, without any further explanation, because it's not necessary, let's just get going. Okay, that will do. And now, so the top of this side, if you can see, it has a little bit of a hump on it. So that's the top of that soil, is the soil from the very corner of the border that has been cleared. The soil underneath that hump has not been cleared. But I think the way to do it now, instead of moving the top back there, I am going to gradually just move back. And this is how we're going to get to the edge. Does it make sense? I don't know. Let's just do it. And again, I am kind of digging the ground backwards. I know it looks a bit silly, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And if you could see, that's the raspberry root already. There's so many worms that I feel bad about disturbing them, but I have to do it. There's some straw as well. I have to get a bucket or something for the roots. I forgot about that. Okay, I have a basket for the roots. I look like I'm in the boat, but that's okay. Okay. It's really nice and sunny today, surprisingly, because it's been raining relentlessly. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's why I need to clear this whole bed to get those surprises out, because those canes, those little canes like this, if I leave any of it in the ground, this one on its own, when it will pop out from the soil, it will emerge from underneath the soil. It will establish its own roots underneath, and that will start spreading farther. So I have to find them. I have to find them all. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's not get into that mood yet, because I've only just started. It's really nice and sunny today, as a surprise, because it's been raining all week. I think last Saturday and Sunday I did manage to do a little bit of work in here in the garden. So last time that I was at the allotment to actually manage to do some work was 2 weeks ago. And that is the footage of the last video on YouTube, the first proper allotment vlog. And that was a Saturday 2 weeks ago. There's another cane. So I was at the allotment 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. That was the 10th of January. And then it was raining on Sunday, the next day. So I didn't do any gardening on Sunday. The following weekend, which was a week ago from today, I went back to the allotment and it was so wet. The ground was so wet. There was a huge puddle in front of my plot. And the ground was very waterlogged again. So the situation right now in there is this difficult because there is no, I think I've said it already, there is no plants at all at the very whole allotment site, because it's completely new allotment site. The ground has been cultivated by the people who created the whole area. But the problem is that it's a clay-based soil. So it doesn't absorb water very well. And for as long as there is no plants with roots in that ground that can actually drink up the rainwater, it will be quite difficult to work on it. But I have a plan for that. I think I can manage it. So I think this is only going to be this dramatic for the beginning of the whole growing season. And after everyone, including me, start planting things in the ground and mulch the ground with compost and manure and anything organic, the situation will change. It will get better. I'm sure of it. But for now, it's just, yeah, when there is a rainfall, the water basically sits on top of the clay, because this is how clay works. I have to say that digging through this soil in here, in my raised bed, makes me aware how healthy soil I have in here and how many worms is in here doing the cultivating job for me. It's really, really amazing. But this is all brought in. We bought big bulks of soil, of very good quality soil, and we shoveled it in here. Again, so far I have not noticed any roots popping through the bottom membrane of the bed. There was another cane and another bit of it that I probably chopped in half. So yeah, I haven't noticed any roots popping through the bottom of the membrane, which is a sign that I don't have to cut the membrane to lift it just yet, because as you would probably have seen in some of the clips when I was going through the edge bit of that side of the bed, which was obviously very close to the side where the raspberry cane was originally planted. The roots were growing underneath the membrane and growing through it, like popping through it. Raspberries have very strong roots. They're very thin when they're small, like this is what we're talking about, that bit. This is practically invisible, yet it has the power to pop through a very thick and durable membrane. See here. I've noticed that the raspberry roots like to grow along the side of the border as well. I'm not sure if you can see it from this angle. But we are getting closer to the edge, so there is a big chance that there will be more and more of it. Okay, I don't see any roots underneath this membrane here, so I think I might just leave it be, because as you know, I've taken the one from here because the roots were growing along this side, and where I initially started, when I started the process on the other side, the roots were growing along the side and behind the membrane, so I ripped the membrane off. But as long as there is nothing in there, oh, I just cut through a bigger one. Let me show you. So just in here, we've got something bigger. Okay, I'm gonna leave it be for now. I'll clear this ground here, and then, because I don't want to chop it off and lose the root. I want to see the source to be able to remove it, if you know what I mean. Okay, we are approaching the corner. Yeah. Okay, so this one is going through the side membrane. That's okay, I managed to pull it. And there is more growing through it now. There's a whole network of it actually. Okay, there's something bigger underneath. Yeah, there is more. I can see there is more. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Let's clear off this ground here. And this one is growing through the membrane here already. So this is the sign that I will have to cut the membrane from the ground and lift it. Because I'm sure there is network of roots underneath now in this area. But first things first, let's remove the soil. Okay. what I can see is that the closer to the source we are getting here, the fewer of the tiny roots there is, but there is more of the like the proper size ones. Okay, let's see what we have here. Yeah, there's a lot popping through the membrane. There's this one. There's a lot. But this was expected on this side. Ooh. Just to show you up close. It's a weird angle, but there we go. And there's another one in here that is growing through the membrane. So I think I would easily have to cut it kind of from here, which is okay. It's fine. Suddenly it got quite dark and it feels like it might rain. But I will still carry on for as long as I have the strength. To do so. And as long as it's not raining. So let's just try and do this bit. I think I'm gonna stop with the ground moving at this point. I hope this is not going to collapse in here. But what I want to do now is to cut the membrane. Oh la la! Oh. Oh. Okay, are you ready? Oh, maybe a little bit more from this side. Do you see this? Oh my God. This is insane. I really have to show you this up close. So this is the whole membrane. You can see some of the roots on this side, and then ta-da! Here are new canes growing. Another one. Look at this. Did you see the tiny, thin threads of roots? This is insane. I'm gonna have to dig this one out, not to lose it. Oh no, it's going deeper. Did it snap, or is that the end? Possibly this is the end. What do you guys think about that? Look at this. Oh my God. No, 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 no. In the box. Okay, I need my second hand to deal with it. So I'll put the camera back on the tripod. There's more. Out of it. It's like a parasite. What the hell? nice sign. Now turning around and making sure that I'm not leaving anything behind on this side. The base of my garden. Oh, look at that tiny invisible thread. Ooh, nice. Okay, this one broke. It snapped. I can see that it's still in there. There's so many. And I don't want to miss. One has been going through the side here and it broke. Oh, I think I've got it. It's getting really dark. Chunk, and I wonder if this is because on this side there was the original cane in here, so I think that was it. It's getting really dark now, but I just want to tackle the last one from here. Ew, what is that? Where was it? Okay, there's another one. There we go. So this came through there. I think this is still from the first cane in that other side of the bed. Oh no, that's plastic, okay. Oh, sorry, one. No way. This just doesn't stop. Oh, fudge. It's so dark at this point. I dug a hole that is probably 30 centimeters deep, and the root was going in there, and it kept going. Oh no, it's starting to rain. No, not yet. Okay, I've got something. Oh, oh no, it's raining. Oh, got it. Okay. I think that was the second cane, the roots of the second cane, that one from here. So potentially I have 3 of them out, because that was the first one. There's a second one, the third one, and the fourth one are behind this pile of soil here. And the last one, which is on the first one from the other side, has been taken out in the first place. Now this one has snapped. I know that it's still there, but I can't even see anymore because it's too dark in here. I know you're there, asshole. Oh, there's more roots in here. You can see the roots are spreading in here. Oh, there's another. There we go. Nice. Nicely done. I am going to finish for the day at this point. I think I've done quite a lot today, and it was a good job. It's getting too dark at this point. I can't even see what am I doing anymore. But there's so many roots. There's so many roots. It's crazy. But yeah, I would say that I am kind of halfway through with removing the main roots of the canes, like the thickest ones and the closest ones to where the canes were originally planted. So this is good. And then the other side of the raised bed I can do later on if I feel like there is any point to it. But I think, yeah, it's definitely enough for today. And I will carry on with this adventure the next time when I have a chance and the weather is good enough. Meaning it's not raining, at least. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!